as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Watson. Going deep here for Watkins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 41 yards.
And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
11 MP tape. 11 MP tape.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
11.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Play action. It's Burrow out to his left.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase
With career touchdown number 75.
and the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Browns 7. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
11 MP,
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Takes it to about the 37.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1-1, ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
17 yards. And the Bengals first down.
11 Thomas.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And complete to Drake London. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
11.
Burrow will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson.
Got a man at Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception. They got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
This pass is caught by London.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
The 40, 20, 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. From the end zone, Watson going deep here for Watkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Bengals 31. Browns 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow.
And caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
They go play action with Burrow. This is the tight end Fant.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
11 MP, 11 MP.
Burrow looking to pass.
Throw left side, there's London.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow on play action. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
On two, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
11 MT paint. 11.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow completes it to Fant on the right side.
Finding space at the 40. Look at the big fella go. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
11 mighty.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
12.
Now it's Burrow. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
11 MT tape. 11 turtle touch.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Now this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They throw right away. That's complete out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, ready?
The 46-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 6 yards left on second down. Back to throw, Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Watson looks to throw again. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can kick.
And it'll be intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Burrows throw taken in by London.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here we go.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
11. Stop.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Stop. 11 MT. 11 MT. Thomas. Stop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
11. 12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
12. Stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This pass is caught by London. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening this